Hi, good morning everybody. Today is Monday and that means it's Mom Talk here with me, Christine Althouse. Now today's a little different because I'm going to be your host and your guest today. In the past you've heard from other moms and what it is they're doing in their life to bring in extra income and what it's done for their lives, and also the testimonies of, life experiences that they've experienced from the products that they're using from the company that they're working with. And I plan on bringing on a lot more moms that are going to be sharing a lot more of those stories with you. I actually have one in the works right now whose story is going to completely blow your mind. She has an incredible health story, and if it wasn't for the business that she was in, it wouldn't have transformed her health. So I can't wait to share that with you. I'm hoping for next Monday. However, it will be a pre-recorded interview, just like my last one, because, moms have schedules and I have to work within their schedule as well. However, I can still deliver the info to you at the same time here on Facebook. So every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, it's Mom Talk. So today it's going to be live and it's going to be my story. And I really wanted to share that with you because maybe it can help relate to someone else that you know or perhaps yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask myself some of the questions that I've asked my guests in the past. I wanted this to be really authentic and real and not pre-scripted or anything like that, because I want to give you honest and genuine answers of myself as well. So I have a list of questions that I've asked previous guests on my show that I'm going to ask myself and then give you the answers to. And then I also, after I've answered some of these questions, good morning, Tracy. I would love for you to throw in the comments some questions that you would like to ask me as well. Okay, so if you're just joining on, could you please say hello? Let me know that you're here live. Good morning, Evelyn. Well, it's probably not morning for you. You're in the UK. Hi, Evelyn. I'm so glad you're joining me. I know you're in the UK, so I can't think right now what time it is, but I'm so glad you're here. And if this is a replay for you, please write in the comments that you're here on the replay. I would love to say hi to you as well. So as you come on, afternoon, I figured that. As you come on, please say hello in the comments because I'd love to give you a shout out for joining me here live. And if this is a replay, please say hello in the comments as well that you're watching this as a replay, because I'd love to say hi to you at whatever time you're available to watch this. So Evelyn is joining us from the UK and it's 3:30 p.m. over there. So awesome. I'm so glad you're joining here. Actually, Evelyn, I would love to have you as a guest sometime. So that would be awesome. So let's connect and do that. So just a little caption of what my story is. When I did my pre-post to advertise this Mom Talk today, I gave you a little rundown of my story, and that's that I've been, a hairstylist for over 20 years. And now someone introduced me to an opportunity that has allowed me to bring in extra income to help pay for the extra things in life that we want to do for a family. And now it's allowed me to share that with other people as well. So let's dive in a little bit more as to that whole story. So as you know, my name is Christine and I've been married, will be 19 years this October, to my best friend Mark. We have been together for 20 years, so we were together for just over a year and then we got married. But hey, when you know it, and you just go with a gut feeling, and we got married just after a year of getting together. So now Mark, he's always been an entrepreneur, and I think that drew a little bit of my attraction to him. I really loved the lifestyle that he had as an entrepreneur, and as a hairstylist, it's actually a profession that you can do that as well. But I worked in a lot of salons, well, not a lot of salons. I've worked in salons for a good start of my career. Worked in a salon in a mall that I lived in the city of, and then I worked in some smaller salons. And then when Mark and I got together, he lived outside of the area that I was living in, but I always wanted to be with him, so I moved to his area and I opened up a traveling hair salon. So I used to go to people's homes Actually, I still have a few clients that I still go to their houses, but I would travel and do that. And then I opened a salon, and then we had children, and then I took time off. But the whole time that I was doing hair, and in between all that, I've worked with Mark, and we've done a few other things within his business that made me realize how much I really wanted to have my own time and my own schedule. I really did not like the feeling of being stuck at a place for a certain period of time. Now, that's me. Now, if you love your job and you like going, that schedule, then I'm all for it. But for me, inside of me, I knew that there was something more inside there. So after a girl friended me on Facebook and introduced me to an opportunity that showed me a door that would allow me to create income on the side while I was still doing hair, that will allow me to create extra income so that I could eventually take my own schedule and write in it what I wanted to, that's when I dove into this industry, and that was network marketing. So now I've been doing network marketing for, I would say 10 years now. Yeah, it's been 10 years. And when I first seen the opportunity, I thought, oh my goodness, this is like the best opportunity there is. It's something I could do on the side while I'm still working, and I can do from home. And I dove right in. Now, I failed myself forward because I did a lot of things not the right way. But once I, put the right people around me and followed the system, it proved to give me that income that I was looking, so that we could do the extra things here for our family. So that was pretty cool. And within the first year of really diving into the company that I found my forever place in, within the first year, I was able to surpass the income I was making in my salon, because at that time we had opened a salon in our home because we also started homeschooling our children. So my story has really many levels in it, but I'm just giving you the kind of the gist of it. So now I'm within a company that gives me everything that I need, and I'm so happy. So let me answer some questions that I would ask my guest if I was interviewing them. And my first question would be, discuss a specific accomplishment you have achieved in your career that has helped you thrive in your networking business. So for myself, because I'm a hairstylist, I have worked with people in the community for many years, like 20 plus years. And in the beginning, it was pretty overwhelming, because you're having to interact with people you don't know. Like, you meet them for the first time, and you have to offer them a service that they're going to be happy with by the end. You're cutting their hair or coloring it or perming it. Well, way back then we did a lot more perms. But I think that career, being a hairstylist, has allowed me to interact with people a lot better, ask questions, and listen more. I have really learned to be able to listen to people more, because when they're in your chair, as a hairstylist, you become a counselor as well. Anybody that's a hairstylist, I know you can probably relate to that, because we do. And if you're the person that they enjoy coming to get their hair done from, then they trust you. So I've found that in my entire career that many people have trusted to, just be themselves and talk about things in their life with me, knowing that it's always going to be confidential. So I think that's something that I've been able to bring on into this profession. It's so true, Tim. You do coach as you're doing hair. So that profession has really allowed me to excel in that area in my other profession in network marketing, because in network marketing, you really do have to listen to people's stories and ask the right questions so you know how to help them. And that's something that I believe has helped me in this career as a hairstylist. So my next question would be, what is my superpower? Well, to be honest with you, I'm Wonder Woman. Just joking. I've become to learn how to be Wonder Woman. And what I mean by that is I've learned how to put armor on and allow things bounce off me and not take it personally. Because in this industry, you take on a lot of negativity, and you take on a lot of no's, and you take on criticism and all that kind of stuff. So I've decided to become Wonder Woman in this industry and wear my armor every single day so that I can bounce off anything coming my way and really just get to work and help the people that really want my help. So I would say that's my superpower, because that's something that I really struggled in the beginning, was taking things personally and really letting that fear and everything set in. So once I actually seen the movie Wonder Woman, that's when I realized I am Wonder Woman because I've really used that mindset and put it into my business. And once I did that, I see myself grow a lot more personally. So having that as a superpower, I can help other people take on that same thought process. So, and that's something that I enjoy doing, is I really enjoy helping people tune into their purpose and understand how to get past all the negativity. So how and where do you build your business? So a lot of my business is actually built here through social media, which you've probably already known that because I'm on here quite a bit. I've really ramped up my presence on social media because I just want to be that positive influence and that voice for women to know that they too can do this, and they can do it from home. And with social media, you just have that opportunity to do that. So that's where I build a lot of my business, is through social media, just connecting with people and sharing just my life on social media. Not to the point where you know everything about me, but enough that I'm a real person and you can get to know me and my personality. So that's where, and then of course, I love social events. So I'm just kind of like a social person. So that's where I build a lot of my business. What is a habit that has helped you become successful? Well, that's something I've had to create because I've had a lot of bad habits that have made me unsuccessful. So what I've done is I've created a community around me. I have found the mentors that have helped me to determine what good habits help to be successful. And I've mentioned this before, I've actually created a video just on this, but when I was in Mexico in February, I made it a point to sit with a couple of my mentors and ask them that same question. And what the difference was is how they started their morning. So one of the habits that I've taken on that has really helped me clear my mind and feel that if I've done these certain things in the morning, it has set my whole day for success, and at night I feel accomplished. So the first thing that has helped me, and that's a good habit to get into, is I've made my bed. Okay, I know how silly that sounds, but making my bed has been such an accomplishment because when I go to bed, it's nicely made and I feel more rested. So I know that sounds silly, but making my bed was a huge habit I needed to get into, because if I could accomplish that habit, I knew that I could accomplish the next habit and then the next habit. So my next habit that I needed to accomplish was to do some morning devotionals and personal growth, whether I would do my devotionals and then after that I would take some time and do some personal growth as well, whether it's listening to an audio, watching a motivational video, or reading part of my book that I'm reading that has to do with personal development. So that was the next habit that I needed to create in order for me to be successful. And then the third one was not to pick up my phone before any of those things were done first. So once I created those habits in my life every single morning, and don't get me wrong, I do make my bed every morning, but the other two habits, depending, maybe it's a weekend, they kind of go in opposite orders, but for the majority of the time, those habits have been what has made me create more success in my life and also feel more accomplished at the end of the day. So what am I reading currently for personal development? I'm actually reading this book. Wishes Fulfilled by Dr. Wayne Dyer. That's the book I'm reading right now. And I'm also listening to an audio that a previous guest here on Mom Talk told me about, and that is Get Over Your Damn Self. Sounds pretty crude, but it actually is really good. It has helped me really clear my mind of a few things and what I need to do better at. So, and I'm also listening. I'm always like looking at personal development videos on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So, and then of course here on Facebook, I follow quite a few people that are very motivational. So actually just this morning before I got ready, after I read my devotionals and started to reply to a few messages that I had this morning, I came across a video of another mom doing a talk at a school, and just listening to her speak and, the trials and tribulations that entrepreneurs go through, and, just telling these kids in this class that, what you can dream, you can achieve. And just listening to stuff like that, hearing other people's stories is I find very motivating for myself, and find that personal development for myself. So hope that helps. So what has been my biggest aha moment in my business so far? Well, I would say my biggest aha moment would be when I started to realize that it's not all about me. When I first started in the industry of network marketing, I really saw this opportunity as a way to fix all of my financial problems, and all I was about was making money for me. And I think a lot of people can relate to that, because you really do. When we found network marketing, it was at a time in our life where we were financially struggling. We were young, and like most people when they're young and entrepreneurial, because my husband has his own business, you go big fast, and you don't realize the consequences that can do if you don't have the business mindset behind it, or the mentors or the coaching behind it. So when we seen this opportunity, we were like way up here in debt and going down a bad road, and it all at the same time we came to know Christ. We also started putting people around us that helped us understand business more. And it was at that moment that I realized that this industry is not about me. It's about who I can help. Who can I introduce an opportunity to that can change their life. So once I realized that this is not about me, it's an opportunity that's going to help me and help me reach my goals and all that other great stuff, but it's also not just for me, it's for those who I introduced it to and who I can help. So once I had that aha moment, that really the mindset that went and all the work that went through that personal development really made a huge difference in my business, made a huge difference in my life and the relationships that I had around me. So if you're struggling in your business, then hopefully this will be an aha moment for you. What makes you most excited about the network marketing industry? Well, what's so exciting about this industry is that it's the up and coming industry that is going to be most recognized. Now, I know a lot of people still don't know what network marketing is, but they probably buy products or services from someone that is in a network marketing company, right? And because when I was growing up, I didn't really realize my parents sold Amway, and I didn't know that. And Avon's been in my life since I was a kid. Mary Kay, like a lot of people, Tupperware, a lot of people use products from a networking company and don't even realize it. And if everybody understood that power of sharing and all that kind of stuff, then we would have a better name for ourselves. But what makes me excited about it is the opportunity that it presents, especially because my focus right now is really helping overwhelmed moms build something on the side. Whether you're a stay-at-home mom right now looking for a way to create income so you can help out in the household or put kids through sports, or if you're already working and you need some relief it's a way that way. So I just see that the networking community is really educating people more and more, especially because of people like Eric Worre, who really educate people on network marketing. And more people are finding that the networking industry is more about education and not about pushing products and services, right? I seen a great interview that Eric Worre did, and his guest said that network marketing has really changed since I was a kid. It's not like we have cars and trucks full of product that we have to lug everywhere anymore. It's about educating people about the industry and sharing what it is that we have. So it really has changed a lot, and I can't wait to see what it has to offer in the next 10 years. So someone already asked me about what I'm reading right now for personal growth, so I've already shared that. But I have to say, Kelsey Britton's on here right now. Hey, Kelsey. What I was about to share and why I just seen your name, it just kind of goes together, is I've really dove into that audio that you shared about get over your damn self, and it has really helped me because it really is, she really does like bluntly tell you how it is, and I'm really enjoying it. And I even had it playing when Martina and I were coming home from Montreal on Friday. She was getting tired, and I thought, this is a great time for me to put in the audio because she doesn't want to listen to music. She's probably just going to go to sleep. So I thought, I'm going to play this. So I played a couple chapters while I was driving, and it was so good that when I came home yesterday, when I had some downtime, I re-listened to it and was able to make notes at that time. But Get Over Your Damn Self is a great audio, and I highly recommend it as well to everybody that is watching and listening to this, because it really gives a lot of great points in how to approach your business and network marketing, and really how to approach any business. It'll really give you some great tips on how to interact with people and talk to them. So that's what I'm doing right now for personal growth. So if I had one piece of advice to give anybody that's watching that might be looking at the networking industry, is actually there's 4 things. And that is you need to find a company that offers things that people want in this time of day. I'm not saying that properly. Actually, I wrote it down. I wrote it down because I'm making notes, because I'm actually going to create an actual video on this, but I'll give you a quick rundown of what it is. Okay. I gotta find it. I've got so many notes here. It's unbelievable. Okay, that's one thing I would definitely recommend, is journal and make notes. So if you ever think of something that is on your mind, write it. That's something that I've started to, is journal and make notes of things that you want to talk to people about. So because I've been creating videos and content lately through video, I'm actually taking a mastermind right now that is helping me with video marketing. So that's where a lot of this has come from. So here we are. So here's the 4 things, and I'm going to expand on them actually through another video, but I'm just going to give you the 4 things that if you were looking into the networking industry right now that you need to do. And if you want to learn more how in depth to do that, then look for my next video. And the first one is a huge expanding market. So make sure you find a company that has a huge expanding market, okay? So that majority of people will want and use. Okay, the second is a unique and consumable product or service, something that is going to be needed every single month, something that once it's gone, they have to reorder within 30 days. So find a company that has a consumable product, okay? Or a service that they have to reuse each and every single month, okay? Number 3, well, the best advice I could tell you is network marketing leverages your time. And that's what got me so excited about this industry, is that it wasn't just my efforts I was gonna earn. It was introducing to other people. And if I put in, say, 40 hours a week, in a traditional job, I don't get paid on my coworkers. But in network marketing, if I put in, say, 20 hours a week, and then I introduce this to my friends and family and good friends and new acquaintances, and they put in 20 hours and achieve some goals, then I also receive off their efforts as well. So find a company that really leverages your time and pays you the most. And then the fourth, and I find the most important, those other three are important, but the fourth thing that I would advise you to do is to find someone that is going to support you. So a lot of the times we come across people within a company that you want to partner with, and you get started with them, but then that's it. They're not there to support you. There is a system, but they don't show it to you. All that kind of stuff. So do your research on the person that you want to do business with, and make sure that they can support you, that they're going to be with you every single day as long as you need them. And if they're brand new with the company, then make sure that they have the support that you can join in on, and the system that they're using that you can join in on, and you can grow together. So number 4 is really my number 1 because this is a relationship business. This is a business that's built on growing together. The company and the products are an incredible way to do that, but this is really a relationship business. So my advice to you would be to make sure you partner with someone that you could see working with for the rest of your life. Because ideally, that's what this is building yourself a family and friends that you could do lots with. So make sure you do the research on that. So that is my advice to you. Now, before I end this mom talk, I thought maybe I could open it up to questions from you. If anybody here that's on right now have any questions for me, I would love to answer them. If it has anything to do with what I'm doing in my business or how I deal with certain things within my business, then right now is a great time to ask me in the comments. And if you're watching this as a replay, do the same. Please throw it in the comments because I always come back and answer any questions that come on board here through my live videos. So, hey Shelly. Hey Becky. Thanks so much for joining me. Hey Trish. Ivana. I hope I said that right. And Amanda. Hey Amanda. I haven't seen you in forever, like since high school. Kathleen, thanks so much for joining me. Hey Tim, I know you've been asking me questions already, so thanks so much for that. Mark was here, and Marlo, oh my goodness, I met Marlo Rutz in February, and she is amazing. Her husband is amazing too, but I see her husband on Facebook all the time, but I got to meet Marlo in February at our company's retreat vacation, and she is so inspiring. She is a woman of empowering other women. Just loved meeting her. So Tracy was here. I'm not sure if he's still here. John was here. Hey John. And Evelyn. So anyhow, okay. What were your biggest challenges getting started with content? That's a great question, Tim. That is a fantastic question. You know what it is? And I did videos for some time before. And then I stopped my personal development. I wasn't reading. I wasn't listening to things. I was just carrying on. And I realized, how can I create content? How can I be an influencer if I'm not filling myself up with content as well, right? Does that make sense? So the more that I read, the more that I surround myself with content, through books, through videos, through blogs, through listening to other people, that's how I create my content. Because if you're reading something or you're watching something, doesn't something always pop in your mind that you can relate to it? Or you have a story that has happened to you and you can relate it to that story. So my biggest challenges in the beginning was not fueling myself enough. So now I find I'm like starving for that stuff now because I want to create more content. So I'm constantly making sure I'm fueling myself so that I can still create the content that I want to. And so that's where Mom Talk came out of, was because people have stories and people relate to stories. So I wanted to create this show every single Monday so that it's content for me to consume as well, right? And then Fridays, I've decided to do Coffee Time with Christine because it's a time for me to just maybe talk with you guys. And usually something during the week happens to me, and by the time Friday comes, I want to share it with y'all, right? So that's why I created Coffee Time with Christine, was just to have a intimate time with those that want to join me, and I can share my thoughts or experiences or tips or something amazing that might have happened that week. So yeah, so that was my biggest struggle in the beginning, was not fueling myself. Does that make sense? Because how, like, if anything, like if we're not putting into ourselves enough, it's kind of like getting on the airplane and not putting our mask on first so we can help other people. That's what's really made me realize that I need to do that if I want to create the content that I have been. Thanks. I'm on the verge of creating video. I've so much I feel compelled to share, help others. So I appreciate all this info you shared. Thank you. You're welcome, Tim. Sorry. You're welcome, Tim. I feel myself all the time, so it's just a matter of pulling the trigger. That's right. And a lot of it is just doing it. It's just doing it and letting that fear be pushed aside. Because that's what held me back too, was the fear, like, who wants to hear from me? I don't have the content that people are looking for. That's, BS, because everybody has something in them that they can share with everybody, right? It's just a matter of doing it and getting over your damn self, right? Just like the book says. Pardon my my bluntness, but that's just what the book says, and I've just applied that. I've really had to be more confident in myself to do this too. So yes, it is scary. It is scary, but the rewards are much more better. That didn't really make sense, but the rewards are greater than the feeling of being scary is. Does that make sense? So yeah, so it's just really doing it. And if I can give you this advice, is create yourself a private group on Facebook where nobody is in, it's just you. And go in there and start creating videos. Just make some content and then go live on your group that you've created privately. And then you can kind of see what you're doing and how you're looking and how your background is, all that kind of stuff. And until you are comfortable, then go ahead and do it. Go live right on your own Facebook. So, yeah. I tend to push myself and just do things. Sometimes I don't even think about it. And sometimes it's like, what did I just do? But I just do it. And sometimes I probably should think first before I do things. But a lot of the times I have to push myself to do it. So, and I just do it. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this Mom Talk interview with myself, the host and the guest. But next week, I have Tegan. I'm really hoping that Tegan and I can connect this week and do a pre-recorded interview, because I know her story is gonna go like, you're gonna like you're gonna have to pick up your jaw off the ground because it's that incredible. So thanks so much for joining me here, and look forward to next Monday. But my next live show will be Friday for Coffee Time with Christine, but in between there I'm sure you'll see me too. So anyhow, thanks so much for joining me. You guys have a great week and make it the best you can. Ciao for now.